when you think you know and when you already know. I'll break it down for you. If you think you can get $50,000 from me and I don't give you $50,000 because you were thinking, you're very disappointed in your stock. If you know you need $50,000, you will come to me. If I don't get it for you, you're on to the next one, on to the next one, until you find it. So there's a big difference in knowing and thinking. But before you know, you got to think. Some people just think and they cut the know out. Some people want to know, but they never thought of what they want to know. This process of life is very important. It's like a man who is trying to activate their wisdom without activating their courage. You can't find wisdom. And courage is not only based on strength. Do you know how much courage it takes a man to tell the truth? It's like 740 bhp, horsepower. Sometimes that's courage, just to say the truth. Just to say the truth. And it's not like you're saying the truth to be in trouble, but the truth will make you look small or little or stupid. But one thing you've just done for yourself is that you have demonstrated so much inner courage to set your soul free. And no money can pay for that. You know, people searching for freedom sometimes. They're searching for happiness sometimes. You know what happiness is? It's simply something that is missing in you. You're looking for it. You had it for a moment of time, then it went. Then you had the other one, then you had the other one. So you have multiples of them. Then you've made them all go. Now you think you're going to find happiness by laughing or smiling. No. You should have already known that happiness is a feeling that only lasts momentarily. But that moment, it's so important that you will not cherish it until it becomes a memory. That's how you didn't see the value of happiness when it came. Now when it left, you see value in your memory. How many men do you think they're able to go back, or how many people do you think they're able to go back to go and restore their happiness? They couldn't. Why? Because the courage was not there. The mind was there, they can remember, the courage was not there. I think a black man lacks courage. And in my days, in my times of teaching the world about my own capacity and ability to be able to dignify what integrity in a man should lie within a society, I think I would teach them that. It's more than me giving them money. They got to activate that courage. You're going to meet a lot of people on the way. They're going to say, nah, you won't make it. Nah, he's stupid. Nah, he's that. Nah. But you know, if everybody's saying, yes, good, I'm sorry, they're fucking lying to you. Yeah. Because even God created the devil to give a balance. So, you know, when everybody's laughing, be careful. When it's all good and everybody's clapping for you and this and that, leave that place. When you are at the peak and everyone is calling your name and this and that, and come back down. Visit them. When it rains, it pours. And when it stops, the pores go away. Nothing lasts forever. And so if black people understood how to switch and how to move at the right times, they would know where they're going. These guys don't know. They don't know. And they kind of blame people for what they're becoming. No, I don't blame the white man. I think he's smart. I think he's intelligent. Yeah, I think he's fucking intelligent. I would rather challenge him by doing what he's doing and competing. Because he came to steal the gold. He came to steal your diamonds. He didn't spend it for himself. He went and built a country with it. You're stealing the physical dollar and you're smoking crack with it. There's no way I'm going to choose you over that one. He's more intelligent. We're not accepting the fact. And when you don't accept the truth, you're still in the realms of lie. You're being lied to. And if you lie to yourself, you have to lie 1,000,000 times to yourself to protect that one lie. That one lie that you lied to yourself. And in your head, you got to keep lying again and again. Oh no, oh no. Oh. Just open up and accept the mistake. Because once you understand that it's a mistake, if you say 1 + 1 is 4, and you accept that it's a mistake, you're going to get it right the next time. If you insist that it's 4, everybody might know it's 2, except for you. Because you're refusing to accept the mistake. And I think our people are refusing to accept the mistake that we are not investors. We're not buyers. We're not owners. We're borrowers. We're talkers. We're jealous people. But we have the most strength. We have the most talent. We have the most minerals, the most resources. The best to be the best. We just couldn't be the best. For me, I call it failed. But guess what? The only one thing I don't do is to lose. But when I win, I earn. When I fail, I learn. But one thing I'm not doing is not losing. So I'm not shocked to fail. I'm not. Some people are. They don't want to accept that they failed. Me, I don't mind. I failed. Okay. Show me the better way. Let me do it again. And after I do it and get it right, let me show my people how it's done. And let them all do it. I think the time has come that we change our mentality to be able to nationalize all our separated and segregated black community or society to understand the value of race. It's not by you comparing yourself to another. The value of race is you standing up out of the others around you. That's the value. You need to be noticed and you need to be recognized. And guess what? We are the only reason why. But the only melanin that tells the world that there is a white person and there's a black person. Because if you were not there, Indians, Chinese, Lebanese, Americans, Irish, what are they going to say? You're purple, you're pink, you're blue? No. We're the only ones differentiating the world. We're the ones who are also not proving ourselves. And that's the painful part.
You're black and white.
Yes, that is the actual distinctive definition. And if you look deeper and deeper and deeper, you're going to understand that there are 3 layers on your skin before you meet the other person. So the other person could be you. It's just that his layers has come off. And that could be what? It could be evolution. It could be climatic control that has epileptically changed humanity. Like you see black monkeys sometimes, but you see white monkeys too. The fact is they're both monkeys. You see American dogs, you see African dogs. The truth is they're all dogs. Except that one is very dirty. And they don't let him in the house. He gets up. You want to see an African, find an African dog. You know, he gets up, he goes out there to eat, find his own food. The only thing that he gets from his owner is rent-free. Like he just comes to lie in the house. They don't feed the dog. He go find his own food, go find his own bone, and come back home. When you want to see a European or American dog, they go to the shop and shop for the dog. Sometimes they think about a dog more than a human.
I think the difference is only time I agree with everything just about that you say. I think the only differences come is when that dog that, let's say, is another color, because it's another color, maybe it's smarter than other dogs. Maybe it's, and not because of it's another color, but let's say it's smarter, it's
It's your
faster.
environment.
Let's say it's a better genetic breed or whatever.
It's your environment, bro.
But here's the thing. The question is this dog being treated equal? Right? Now, let's say, you know, that's that dog that was born in the same environment, maybe even had the same mother and father. It could have been born albino, right? But because of the way it looks, right, it has to understand, why am I being singled out if I'm like everybody else? No, I'm just saying from a social, like metaphorical level, because this is where we get past the race conversation and we get past the nature
I don't want
conversation.
to support you to think like that.
It's not a,
The fact is
it a reality is the question.
the reality of the
Because
situation.
I don't live by it. I believe that this is the limitation. When a person is forced to think about their color, it becomes a distraction. You know what I'm saying? And the world talks about race so much, it forces people to see their color. And then even when a person doesn't want to, sometimes that they're reminded of it. You know what I mean? And sometimes that's to put them into a
It's
place.
because your level of development is so low that you are not part of the superior power. When you let yourself come low, you are seen low.
Are you saying from an individual or collective?
From individual, because you have to understand that your environment and your background is what you belong to. So you were born in Atlanta. Maybe you were not born in Leonard something something. You were born in some other place in Atlanta, and your dream is to become successful. Okay, you need to start to think about how I'm gonna move myself, my mom, and everybody from this place where I am. Because if I stay here, my friend and my other friend, the life that they're living, they wake up in the morning, they go to school, but by 12 o'clock, they're high on weed and they're talking some crap for the rest of the day instead of thinking for the rest of the year. So if you don't move yourself and your family from there, it's only tomorrow that's going to make you become like one. And that's what is happening in Africa when I was trying to differentiate the dog in Africa and the dog in America. Now, turn the tables around. If Africa had the highest development, the nicest of places, the nicest leaders, the biggest, the most powerful people and richest people, their dogs will be living as good as anybody else.
Yeah, the environment.
Exactly.
That's where it's not about the comparatively to the people, it's the systems and the environment and the conditions that they grow up in. For some that dictate their circumstances, being stuck in a mode of survival. And then from other ones, because everybody's different, right? So some people can have a natural disposition towards outgrowing their environment regardless of where the hell they at.
Mm-hmm.
You can put them through 1,000 bad circumstances and they will achieve.
Apes. Look, there's a black ape and there's a white ape right now in the jungle. Look, you can see the two of them. Like right now, they're speaking. I just saw the two of them. Sorry to interrupt you. But.
No, but it's real. I mean, I'm a person just like many people that I know. They grow up in the same environment as other people, but they still break out of it and they don't make excuses and they execute and they're able to start building and start seeing the world for what it is. Now, everybody is different. Everybody, design type, personality type, whatever it is that you have in your head that makes you think the way you think, observe the world, analyze. That is not an opportunity that everybody has because your unique circumstances and the way your mind works calculates reality different.
That should be shared because there's no value in knowledge if it's not shared. The value of knowledge is it being shared. If you can't share your knowledge, there's no value in it. You die with it. You'll be buried, you'll be rotten, you'll be gone with it. It needs to be shared. Now we're sitting on a lot of knowledge, a lot of ideas, a lot of this, a lot of that. We only open up to the one that we think that they have the keys to open another door for us to become successful. And that's the same person that wants to replace you with another one like you. Because he's realized that you don't have any power to make yourself become you. You don't have the distribution channels to distribute your own messages. He runs those channels. Oh, you know why? Because we haven't shared our knowledge amongst ourselves. We haven't contributed our wealth.
In each other.
Exactly.
That's the system. That is the difference. The Jewish people, they're going to invest in each other. Asians going to invest in each other. Whites going to invest in each other because they have standard towards wealth and power. We have no standards towards wealth and power.
We are investing against each other.
100%.
We are paying money to get one of us killed. We are raping our people. We are fighting to take our people's wives from them. We are beating our people's children. You know, we are not representing right. But we have the audacity to say that somebody has made us become who we are. I don't accept that. You think if I was God, I would slap the hell out of you. I'm not the reason why you're becoming who you're becoming. You are the reason. You are responsible for your thoughts. That's what God gave you, those brains. So if we can't see that we hate each other, we're killing each other. I mean, hundreds of thousands of us are getting up.
Can we see that without acknowledging how we got there? Because it's not about blame, it's just about a lesson and moving forward.
Of course.
I just diagnosed you like, brother may have a mental illness. Well, let's see what got there. Maybe it was diet, maybe it's environment, maybe it was a physical injury. It's not to blame those things to live and say, I can't get nowhere. Say, no, now that we know, we did the brain scan, this is what you do to move forward. But without knowing what, you can't diagnose it to know what to move. So we can't ignore the diagnosis and the cause. Therefore, you wouldn't know actually how to create a cure or a remedy for it. And so for me, it's just all about what's the remedy.
No, I agree with you.
And I believe that's where the commonality in what I'm saying, what you're saying is.
Yeah, I agree with you to an extent. Some people might want to find out the reasons why the problem has cropped up. Some people already suspected that the problem will happen, so they were prepared. And they lace things up. So when the problem happens, they already had the solution. Some people don't care about it too. Just let me move on. Because the next minute is a moment that you need more so than the last minute, the moment that you had already. It's gone.
And then it's, if you do everything right, and you build, and you create, and you provide every solution, there's the component of those who oppose those who want to solve the problems for the culture and the people in the diaspora, right? So we've had many brilliant people who have started, begun, and tried, but they've also been assassinated and murdered. And so that's not an excuse to not continue to do it, but it's a lesson so that we do it in a better way.
If you become so big, and you can have 200,000 people stand in front of you in a parade just to hear you speak in the 60s when technology was not here, that person today would have had 2 or 3 million people standing in front of him. I want you to measure that power. It's immeasurable. And your ass stays in a government apartment. Hell no, you were doing something wrong. You were doing something wrong. You see, when God gives you power, He expects the knowledge and the wisdom that the power is coming out from to build you wealth. The sort of wealth that will protect the power. The sort of power that will guide the blessing. The sort of blessing that would prevail the grace. And the sort of grace that would release the glories. Now, if you don't connect this and dot the I's and cross the T's and be able to execute the puzzle, how are you going to become an oligopolic or a monopolistic disruptor? How are you going to control the world? No, one person or one organization will come out of this world and take you out.
Yeah.
The blessing is immeasurable. When you're blessed, remember, you're surrounded by evils and demons. That's what it comes in. Let's go check this thing out.